Well, hey neighbor, winter has finally arrived. We've had our second or third really good hard frost, and our normal frost date for us is November 22nd, but we got ours around December 1st this year. I think we've had probably 3 frosts so far, and a couple of them has been heavy. So wintertime has arrived, and this time of the year it's okay. We're able to enjoy those greens after those frost hits. Those greens and broccoli and things like that, they tend to be a little bit better. It's just that time of the year, and we're getting geared up for the holidays. So we have been enjoying wintertime. Welcome to the Row by Row Gardening Show, the best dadgum gardening show on the internet, where we talk about gardening, a little bit of cooking, and growing your own food. Now sit back and enjoy.
Got my tree up.
Got your tree up.
I wasn't going to put a tree up.
Yep, and getting in the holiday.
Yeah.
I come in the other day and you had all the decorations out and some Christmas music going. Today we are doing holiday gift ideas, and some of these we sell, some of them we don't, some of them we use, and we're going to give you some ideas because Christmas ideas can always be tough. And some of these may be for you. You may see them and say, man, I like to have that. That's what I do a lot of times. I've been watching YouTube gift ideas, and I catch myself when I get through watching them. I go order a couple of the things. So, yeah.
TikTok made you do it.
TikTok made me do it. So since you've seen me last, I've had a little procedure right here on the nose.
Finally got that nose job done.
Finally got the nose job done. I got in a fight with a cancer skin doctor, and he put a whipping on me last
6 stitches.
Tuesday afternoon, yeah. And I'm getting my stitches out tomorrow, so.
It actually looks better.
It looks a lot better. It's been a rough week. He cut about 1 inch out of my nose, and I know that don't sound much, but my nose has been it's still a sore, but so sore. I dreaded, my worst nightmare was having to sneeze. I just dreaded if I had to sneeze.
Had you sneezed yet?
I have sneezed one time. They heard me all throughout the office when I did. I made a terrible racket, but anyhow, we're getting over it. The joys of getting older, having to face things like skin cancer. And I had basal, which is, if you got to have skin cancer, it's one of the better ones to have. I told the nurse up there when she was getting me all ready, I said, I don't remember sunscreen when we was little. I know some of you guys out there that's maybe the same age as us. She told me sunscreen was invented in the 60s. Now this is from the nurse, dermatologist. But I don't remember, when we were small, I don't remember sunscreen. I don't even remember the word sunscreen until we was well grown. I mean, we was grown, had kids.
I remember going to the beach during the summer, and we would get so blistered, and we'd have to lay on the floor, and Mama would put aloe vera on us.
Oh yeah, yeah. And working in the fields, we take our shirt off. We just never had any thoughts of skin cancer, but skin cancer is real, in case you didn't know it.
And you always wore a hat, didn't you?
I always wore a hat, but I never wore sunscreen. But nowadays I wear a bigger hat. If I'm out in the garden, I have some of these big brim hats that make you look real goony that I wear out in the garden.
You do have a big hat.
And I've been better about putting sunscreen on. So I don't think nobody has to remind me to put sunscreen on anymore. I'm going to keep me one of those sticks of sunscreen in my truck or wherever, so you can just kind of roll it on, because the nose, it seems to be a very popular place for skin cancer. So I will be vigilant about putting my sunscreen on and wearing my hat from here on out, because I don't want to go through this very much.
Yeah, once enough.
Once is enough. So we will try to do what we can to counteract that. Okay.
What's going on in your garden?
Collard greens, broccoli, kale, mustard greens.
We had some more collards last night after the frost hit them, and you could definitely
tell the difference.
Which I cooked these and you cooked the others, so.
Yeah, I cooked the other pot with my recipe, and she cooked hers with this recipe, and I have to say hers were better.
But we did have a frost.
Mine were good. Yeah, I just told some of the people in the warehouse this morning, we got kale and mustard,
broccoli.
And
collards.
I
meant to bring some broccoli.
Some of the prettiest collards I have ever grown. So, and we have cabbage ready in a few days. I'm gonna make a big pot of sauerkraut when I get my cabbage ready. They're heading up, so I'm excited about that. And we may do some. I know y'all have seen it on TikTok or Facebook, or whatever, where they take the cabbage and cook them.
In steaks.
In steaks, but they slice them about 1 inch thick and grill them. We may try that. Looks really good when I see that. But I love slaw. I love cabbage in general. So we got that coming along. Winter garden is doing extremely well. I am fixing to plant some more collards probably today or tomorrow to have follow-up going into early spring. So
I got some beds I need to flip.
yep, it's time to flip some of those beds. Let's get into the holiday gift guide. As I mentioned, some of these are our products, some of them are not. So you want to shoot first?
Yeah. Have you bought all your presents?
I'm close. I'm close. And I found myself, I ordered all mine online. I didn't go in the, I've not been in the store and bought the first present. I've ordered every
It's
once
kind of
in a while.
easy to do, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so my first present is the hod. And so we just went through and picked out 5 presents that we think is good for the gardener, the homesteader, and not all
Yep.
these are ours. But the hod here is one of my favorite things. And it's not just for gardening. I find myself using it for just a basket.
We've got a neighbor, and when she comes over to bring, a lot of times we'll have these little things where potlucks, and she brings her potlucks on these right here, so it's good for all sorts of things. We sell thousands of these things right here in the Made in USA. What I tell people is nice about it is this wire here is PVC coated, so you can actually put your produce in there when you gather it, and you can wash it off and get the dirt out of it. But they're really nice looking, and they make the best gift. If you got somebody in your life that you're not sure what, and I'm talking about mainly females, and you're not sure what to get them, I guarantee you they will love the hod here. I can't ever remember somebody saying, "Man, I wish I hadn't got that hod."
Yeah, or send it back.
We
or I
don't
don't
have
like
any
it.
returns. Nobody not liking the hod. They love the hod. So if you got somebody that's mother-in-law, whoever that
I think anybody would love that.
the hod is a great one.
Yeah.
How much is that hod? Like $69 or so, something like that.
I didn't look at
It's pretty affordable. We sell them on Amazon as well. And there's other companies that sell them on Amazon, but we sell them on our site. Our site's a little bit cheaper, I think, than the Amazon is. All right, so we're gonna rotate this thing. This is my turn. All right, first one here, and I'm gonna show you my dirty pair of boots.
I wondered why those were in here.
Yeah, folks, I have wore many a pair of these type boots in the past here, the muck boots, and even the old white shrimper boots that you see the fishermen wear. I have wore just about every brand, and I have wore out a many a pair of these right here. I love to keep these by the door because we have bad weather. These are the ones I slip on. This brand right here called Xtratuf, I don't know if y'all can see it right there, is probably the best one I have wore that holds up the best. Some of these colors are a little funky for me, the white down through there. I'm not extremely crazy about that, but that's okay. But these are comfortable and they hold up, and I'm rough on a pair of boots.
Oh, you are so rough.
These hold up as good as any of them I've ever had, and now they're expensive. Like $105 on Amazon. I think I ordered mine on Amazon. But I would highly recommend these right here. So if you got somebody that likes to go outside, feed animals, or just spends a lot of time outside, this right here would be a great gift right there. They got a little traction there on the bottom right here. Comfortable. Now in the summertime will get a little warm because they are got this rubber type neoprene inside to them. It keeps your feet dry, which is the main thing. So if it's wet outside, raining, this is my go-to. So that's my number one gift idea for you guys out there is the Xtratuf work boot.
Keep going. I'm looking up something.
Okay. On my second one right here, and this is going to throw everybody a little bit. This is not a product we sell. You may be familiar with a brand of gardening tools out of the, I believe that's out of the UK called Dewitt. Dewitt makes a great line of gardening tools. They are kind of pricey, okay? I've had a few of them over the years. We sold a handful of them back in the day early on. But I found this right here the other day, and I've been using this a lot lately. This is called a Dibbler. Now this thing on Amazon's in the $30-something range. I think it's maybe, hold on a minute, it's $39.99. These things are expensive. All these DeWitt tools are expensive, but they are extremely well made and of heirloom quality. So if you take care of them, they'll last a long time. I use this other day to plant my onions next to my drip tape. And you can see it's dirty there at the bottom, but it worked really, really good. So if you got a gardener in your life right here and you want something a little unusual, this right here is great for planting bulbs or onions or anything that you got to dig a little small in. It'll actually work for plugs as well, like vegetable plugs.
I got some tulips I need to plant.
Yep, it's got the little indentions on there of how deep you are. You just stick it in the ground. It's got a copper tip on it right there. It's made out of hardwood there. $39.99. I know it's expensive, but everything's expensive nowadays. They have these on Amazon. And that is my number 2 gift pick there because I find myself using it a lot.
Interesting. Okay, my number 2 is a mason jar sealer. I had a black one and I used it quite often and actually wore it out. So you can seal wide mouth or regular.
Oh, it switches around. I didn't know that.
It switches around, so you can do both. Very simple to use. So you say, why would you want to seal a mason jar? So I use it mainly for my freeze-dried stuff, but it's good if you buy stuff in bulk, but you don't want to store. Like I don't have any place to put the big, so I don't buy as much in bulk. But your flour, your sugar, any dry goods that you need to store would be a good, but you just simply put it on with your lid.
And it pulls a vacuum on
It vacuums all the air out.
Well, not all, but as much as possible.
Well,
it
yeah.
pulls a good vacuum on it.
A good vacuum on it.
So that your top seal's good.
Yeah, so that it's, sucks all the air out. You've got a good seal there.
Oh, that's interesting.
But it's mainly for dry goods. And I usually mainly for freeze-dried, but I've been buying some sugar and flour, and my intentions are to store it. But I use this all the time. I actually have 2 of them that I keep close by. So I think it would be a good gift for anybody, even if it's not somebody that preserves. It's just a good little gadget to have.
Amazon?
Amazon, it's around $30.
Yep. And it's called, what's it called? What's the name of it?
It's electric mason jar vacuum sealer. And there's all kind of brands out there.
All right, folks, I'm going to go with number 3 here, and I had to throw a knife in there. So this right here, and I've highlighted this before on when I used to do Blade of the Week here. But folks, this right here is probably one of my most used knives. And I've got a few knives.
Everybody needs a good knife.
But this one right here is the Benchmade Fkyaway. And it's a real thin knife. It's a really small knife. But I use this to clean fish, everything you can imagine. And I've cleaned hundreds of fish with this thing. And I could come in here and hit it just a couple of times on the strop or the little ceramic rod, and it's sharp right up. I don't know if I've ever seen a knife hold an edge as good as this does. I don't know exactly what the blade's still on.
Is that what you clean the brim with?
It is.
Huh.
It is what I've been using for the last probably 2 or 3 months right there.
Cleaned a bunch of fish this year.
Cleaned a bunch of fish and just hit it just a minute, sharpens right back up. It comes with this little sheath right here. Now, there again, Benchmade. If you're not familiar with Benchmade, it's a very good brand of USA made knives. They are pricey. This right here from the Benchmade site is around $200. I think I've seen it on Amazon for like $180. Ooh. These things are pricey, but one of the best knives is thin. See how thin it is right there? So it slices extremely well. Got some jimping there, as they call it on the back of the blade there. Flyaway. It comes in green and orange. I like the orange one, but I ended up getting I like the green one, but I ended up getting the orange one. If you was to lose this, it would be easy to find in the woods or whatever. So there you have it. If you're hunting a knife for an outdoorsman or the gardener in your life, this right here is a good one right there.
Cool.
Flyaway is the model.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about, and we've talked about this a good bit, but I've just been blown away by these this year. And I didn't have much faith in them to begin with. And I really didn't think it was a good idea for us to start carrying them.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
I just kind of always foo-fooed them, but they are the best thing. And we have them in a packet, or you can buy them individually. But these are the tape, the seed tape. And what's unique about ours is that it comes with fertilizer in it. I'm gonna plant one of these.
Now, we're out of stock on a couple of these, but we just this morning talked to the manufacturer. We're going to be getting some more back in probably in about 45 days, probably about the middle. We're out of stock on the Detroit red beet and the spinach, but we'll be getting more of those in probably about the middle of January. But we have several different ones.
We have oak leaf salad bowl mix, which is I might plant that.
Rainbow carrot blend, which is our best seller.
Bestsellers Rainbow Carrot Blend. We got the baby leaf greens mix. How do you say that? Komatsu mustard. The French breakfast radish, which I may grow those again. I need to plant
Those grow
some
up
more
really
radish.
quick.
Some kohlrabi. Some white Lisbon buncheon onions.
Yep, and you can buy this individually, or you can buy it. I think we got it as a package, or you can buy all these great stocking stuffer right there, or you can put it together for the gardener in your life.
Yeah,
right
so
there.
if you've got somebody that is a new gardener, these are like foolproof.
Purple top turnip. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
So yeah, these are one of my favorite. I think I've got one of each of these planted in my beds right now. So seed tape.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna move on to this. Is we're gonna put up a link here, a picture of this product right here. This is a product we've had for a couple of years. So if you got somebody that maybe is new to gardening or a small gardener, and they want to get started, you want to give something to them to kind of encourage them to get going, the Lazy Garden Kit that you see right here is a perfect gift because you can put this thing down. I've got my greens growing in them right now. I got all my greens growing in. It's full. So it's perfect for when you want to grow like a small fall garden. This Lazy Garden Kit is this woven fabric that lets water go through, but it keeps the weeds out of it. It's already got the X's and the slits in it. $139.99 for the 15 by 30 with the drip irrigation kit. So you get all of it with one kit here. And for $139.99, it's a great gift for somebody to help them get started in a gardening journey. Or a gardener that is in your life that may want to use this like I did just to grow their fall garden.
How many years you've had that one out there? 3?
Yeah, I think, and we've had several people ask, I think you could, if you take care, you could get 5 years out of it pretty easy. Yeah, and you can take it up. I've took mine up. You can take it up and move it out of the way and work your garden up and move it back. It works fine.
Great for weed suppression.
Great for somebody that didn't have the tools or the time to do traditional garden. This is a good way to do it.
Okay. Is that it?
That's mine. I got one more.
All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, and we have a bunch of these, is the seed collection. So you have got a gardener, you don't know what they grow, you don't know what they like to grow, and you want to get them some seeds. We have these seed collections.
And we have a bunch of them.
You would have a bunch of them, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't count how many we have. But we've got Cool Seed Garden Collection, which would have your brassicas in it, right? We got a pollinator garden selection, which is great. Anybody would love this. Who does not love flowers and love to attract pollinators? Sunflower collection from Cog Hill. And then we've got heirloom garden collection and herb garden collection.
And new for this last year, 2024, we had the medicinal garden herb collection here. We worked with Tracy over at Just Dig It to put these two collections here together. And they come with a little bit more than these other collections do. They come with the garden markers and a little quick fact sheet on how to grow things.
Yeah, so with the medicinal or deluxe herb collection, you do get your garden markers, and then you get a little handy book, and it's even got the QR code on the back so that you can go look at more information on that herb.
It's got this nice little ring on here so you can just kind of move this stuff around right there. Keep this handy out in your garden shed right there. It gives you growing directions, days of maturity, and all that kind of stuff. It kind of gives you sometimes we plant things and we forget about what we planted, and you can grab this card right here and it kind of keeps you updated on that right there. lemon drop. Some of these unique things that you've never grown before is interesting to grow. Not the easiest to grow, but they are interesting to grow. Lemon drop is one of those
It's
things
very easy.
I love to carry about in the garden. The first thing I do is we grab some lemon drop and we taste it because it'll make your mouth go numb. So I love pulling that little prank over anybody I'm giving the garden tours, let them taste the lemon drop there. But all these medicinal herbs are fun, educational growth. A lot of people don't know a lot about them, and they're fun. We even got yarrow in there, don't we? So, and that's extremely easy to grow. All right, so I guess I'm up again. My last one, folks, is going to be the kitchen garden light kit. As you see right here, this is our smallest light kit that we sell here. This one has LED lights, and this is a cheap, affordable way to get into seed starting or growing indoors. Now, this is $99.99. We call this the kitchen because it takes up a very small footprint. You can put this on your counter in your kitchen easy. So if you don't have much room, this is it. A little side note here, we're coming out with a new seed starting tray in January, and it's going to fit underneath this this kitchen seed start kit. So this is a good entry level, so you can grow your lettuces, your herbs indoors, but also you can do seed starting indoors with this right
On a
here.
small scale.
Well, you know, with these new seed start things out, you could start 25 at a time underneath this particular line. Now it comes with 4 of these right here. It's got the holes in it, which is ideal for growing your lettuces and your herbs indoors and in wintertime. These right here come with it, but our new trays, which will be out in January, will fit underneath it as well. So it's very versatile. $99.99. It's a great way to start out. LED lights was just the main thing. You will find a lot of seed starting light kits cheaper than that, but the key here is these are LED, which don't put off any heat. They last a long, long time. So I highly recommend LED lights. We only carry LED lights with our grow lights.
Okay. My last one is, I don't have it here with me, it's books. And what's so popular now, if you cannot scroll on TikTok or Facebook or without seeing herbs and herbal medicine, and it can be so intimidating. But if you've got somebody in the family, I've got some that's just now starting to get into it. There's some good entry-level books out there, and I would suggest any of them by Rosemary Gladstar.
Rosemary Gladstar, she is the queen of herbs. Yep.
She's got some beginner books, some books that deal with every type of medical situation, so you can go broad or you can go specific. Also, another one is Barbara O'Neill. Any of her books I think would be great for a gardener or beginning gardener that's just wanting to get into some herbal medicine.
Something to cozy up by that fire on these cold winter nights and kind of enjoy.
Yeah.
So those are some great gift ideas for the gardener or outside person in your life right there. Maybe that gave everybody a few ideas.
Yeah. How has your Christmas gift giving changed over the years? I was thinking about this earlier.
Well, it is interesting. So we don't do gift giving much anymore. Very little. I got a couple people that I buy for. I got a couple nephews that I buy for. And that's pretty much it.
We normally don't buy each other.
We don't buy each other. We buy the grandkids something or other. But we don't buy, we quit buying the grown adults anything years ago. And it makes life so much better. So one thing that we did several years ago, and we included both your family and my family in this. I'm not sure whose idea it was. It was a great idea. So we quit doing the gift thing except for the kids. Like I said, I got a couple grown nephews I'll buy just a little bit something for. But we just don't buy for adults. And what it does, it makes our Christmas so much less stressful because we're able to enjoy one another's company so much. We're not stressed out about going into the holidays.
Or have I got my shopping done?
Have I got my shopping? Did I get somebody the right thing and everything? And it makes us appreciate and enjoy the holidays so much better. And they're not stressful.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll take the money we would have spent and we'll help a needy family or maybe somebody going through a crisis.
Yeah,
I
did that last year,
Yeah, so much better than you're just swapping money.
And the reality is, if I want something, I'm gonna buy it anyway. So you trying to buy something that I want is kind of hard to do. So we don't really buy each other gifts anymore, and it's made life so much better. So something you may want to think about is stop some of the craziness in your life of buying gifts for everybody. Make it simpler, and I think you'll enjoy the holidays so much better.
You used to. I'm gonna have to tell the story. When the kids were small, he would not do any of his gift buying till Christmas Eve. And this was back when the big box stores was open on Christmas Eve. And him and the kids would load up at midnight on Christmas Eve and go do the Christmas shopping.
Well, we'd buy stocking stuffers and whatnot, stuff like that.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, and we just to have stuff. It was.
But you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. The kids were small. We'd go down there and have a ball. You wasn't allowed to go, so it was just me and the kids would go. We would enjoy things. And we would buy some stupidest stuff because that big box stores has all kind of stuff laid out there. It's easy to grab.
Last minute poor choices,
stocking stuffers, things like that. But yeah,
I remember that. I wonder if the kids remember that.
Probably not.
I'm a planner always.
Yeah.
Which these days I still don't buy a whole lot, even for the people in the office or my friends, or if I do give my sister something, it's always something I've made.
And those are really nice. So you do these little gift boxes where you have separate things in that you made and give to them. They really appreciate that. I think it has more of a personal touch to it.
It does. And I plan all year for this final product. Last year I did spices. This year it's a little bit different.
With your dehydrator, you're able to do so much different stuff there.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Garden Spotlight of the Week, folks.
And wait, before you go further. If you just don't know what to get the gardener or the person in your life, always give them a gift certificate.
Yep. And you can get the gift certificate from Hoss here. We have gift certificates available on our website, so you can get there and get a gift certificate. And I promise you, the outside person in your life is going to be able to find something they can use and be beneficial from our website. I don't know how many SKUs. We have probably over close to 1,000 different products on our website, different variations. So, all right, you see this right here? This is turmeric. And our garden spotlight this week is from
Heather Underwood, Zone 8B, Conway, South Carolina.
We sold turmeric back during the springtime. We're going to sell it again this year, but turmeric is one of those things you plant. Now, we'll sell it early in the spring because our farmer loves to get it out of the dirt early in the springtime. And it won't sprout. If you plant it, it's just going to sit there. We had several people last year complain because their turmeric can't. It's not going to come up till the soil temperature gets right. But it's one of those things that you just kind of forget about. And when we dug our turmeric this fall, we was amazed.
It was one of the most exciting moments, and I grew it last year, but this year I put it in a grow bag, and I kept it in the shade, and the first that I pulled up was as big as my two hands, and I was just so excited.
Yep.
It was like
yellow gold. So there you have turmeric right there. If you've never grown turmeric before, we're going to have it again this spring. And you could save some of these right here for seed stocks next year. Once you get started, you can save this and keep going. We're going to have some organically grown turmeric this spring for sale so people can plant this.
I've already processed mine.
Yep. All right, folks, the Old Goat, last week's winner of the Old Goat siding on the shelf here is James King. James was the winner last week because he located the Old Goat. Put in the comments below, and we're going to send him a pair of Get Dirty socks, if I can find them right here. James, send your email, your shipping address to
support@growhalls.com.
Nice, comfy socks. Now this week, the Old Goat's not here.
No, Old Goat is
he's on vacation, holiday vacation.
Holiday vacation, resting a little bit. He had a little injury to his horn.
He did. He had a horn injury. He fell. He fell. And but anyway, the Grinch
he's recouping, and the Grinch is here till after Christmas. So somewhere on the set you will see
Old Grinch.
the Grinch, the Hoss Grinch.
So put in comments below where the Grinch is at, and we'll do a drawing next week for this week's winner.
And at the end of the season, we'll have a big drawing for a Christmas present.
Yep. It's Christmas time is here. I look forward to it, but I'm so ready when it's over with. I just am. I'm ready to move on.
You tired of all the
I
decorations?
get tired, but it is. I get in the Christmas spirit, but then it moves on.
Moves on. Ready to move on.
Ready to move on. All right, folks, we're finishing up on onions. We still got onions in. We're shipping them out. So if you're not ordered your onions,
Talk
order them.
about the onions and how they look and.
So our first onions that we got, we switched growers this year. Our other onion grower retired, so we had to switch growers this year. And our first ones, they mowed before we got them.
They mow the tops.
They mowed the top, so people complained about getting them. They were slimy. Actually, what it was the mowing of the onion top we got down in there, and it was a little bit slimy. It wasn't necessarily the plant, it was that mowing in there, which may have caused the plant to get a little bit slimy. And we did have some delays in shipping, which was legitimate concerns. So some of those were a little bit slimy. Most of them were still good, but we tell people, if you have any problem, don't worry about it. We'll send replacements out. And I talked to the grower. I said, don't mow them anymore, because this was common practice for them. They mow them before they pull them, because they go plant them immediately. I said, don't mow our onions anymore. So he's not mowing our onions anymore, so we ain't had any more of that sliminess in there.
Yeah, but if you did, you just let them dry out. And if you have any problems, just call us and we'll be glad to replace them.
Or email us, yeah. Now, there were situations where USPS did not deliver within a timely manner, and they may have went to the extremes bad on that. So if that's the case, definitely let us know. And what we'll do is we'll file a claim with USPS. That's not on you, that's on us. We'll take care of that. But if you have any problems or need any replacements, we got some great looking onion plants, and we'll be glad to send them out there. And we will be pre-selling, believe it or not, seed potatoes in a couple of weeks. So we've already got that shipment book coming in the 1st of January, we hope. So the next thing is seed potatoes.
Wow.
Time flies by, don't it?
Wow, you got to get you ready by February for seed potatoes.
Yep. All right, folks, thank you for joining us. Happy holidays. Maybe some of these gift ideas will help you out here today. And we're digging in, getting ready for the holidays, fixing stuff, eating like crazy out of the garden. Yep, getting ready. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't, it's time to get outside and get those hands dirty.